and expose that she probably really isn't African, right?
Right.
If she would have led with policy, race would have never mattered. If she would have said, I'm going to do something about miseducation, I'm going to do something about mass incarceration, I'm going to do something about gentrification, I'm going to do something about police genocide, I'm going to do something about economic apartheid, race would have never mattered because you're delivering tangibles. But you ain't got no tangibles. You just keep saying vote because I'm black.
She just kind of too much identity politics.
She tried to use the Barack Obama strategy. Problem with the Barack Obama strategy, that was 16 years ago. The people voting now were children. And they've learned from their parents' era that in not asking Obama to do anything, it set black people back. So they thinking that black people still in the same mindset they were when we voted for Obama. Nah. The children are adults now, and they see that Obama thing didn't benefit us. So you got to bring something to my table. Kamala Harris didn't bring anything to the table, and that's why she lost out. But with that being said, though, she still ran away with the majority of the black vote. The problem is there was a lot of black people didn't vote at all, like myself, because we didn't have a reason. Donald Trump didn't speak to us.
So you didn't vote?
Nah, I only vote when I have a reason to.
So before we keep going on there, I have two questions. Did Obama set black society back? And I always tell people this. Being in the military throughout a lot of these elections, you actually get to see a lot. You get to know what you're benefiting from, especially when it comes to like pay raises, things of that nature, people improving the military. Like we get to live through a lot of this stuff. But I always told everybody that Barack Obama did nothing. Like there's nothing that you're going to remember other than him signing over the LGBT information stuff, all that. Like besides that, Barack Obama did nothing in office. He ran as a black man. The world wanted a black man to be president, and the world got what they wanted. But my question to you guys is, did Barack Obama set back the black community? Because now you're hearing Dr. Umar say that he didn't vote. And I've been hearing this from a lot of people that a lot of black men didn't vote. And I know a lot of black women are upset at black men. With that being said, I want you guys to hear what Dr. Umar says about why his vote is important.
And I take issue with black people who say we have to vote just because our ancestors struggled for it. No, we don't. Voting is a strategy. It is an option, okay? And we should use it when we have a reason to. But to just go and vote when I can't expect anything from the candidate is insanity. But it benefits the black bourgeoisie because you can only remain a gatekeeper for the white power structure if you can deliver the black vote on election day. If you can't deliver the black vote to the Democratic Party on election day, you're useless.
And this is a perfect example of my video I talked about that morning when I was talking about people like Plies. Like, I don't know if you guys just seen Plies was just at like the South Carolina basketball game. And for some reason, you ladies have made him like the black man face for black women sports and black women. Anyway, but that's another topic for another day. With that being said, I think that's very unique that Dr. Umar broke down that voting is a strategy. And this is why I say that you have to be very aware of who your spokesman is for you. Republicans never have to run this race of worrying about who will vote. They just talk about what they're going to do for the country. Democrats waste their time trying to convince you why you should vote and get out and vote. But then they still give you no substance behind your why and why you should get out and vote. So I thought that was very unique, especially for somebody like Dr. Umar. Because I know a lot of people are going to be upset that he said he didn't vote, especially with him being, you know, Mr. Blackity Black, Pan. I think people really don't see the message. I think Dr. Umar is a good black conservative. He's a black conservative at heart who has made his money on being a black Pan-African. But when black people don't do things his way or go the way that they should, he's quick to give you all the they're facts, but factional reasons why it's incorrect. Because he's very intelligent. He's very educated. So it's just something to watch.
Useless.
So when you look at the NAACP, you look at the Urban League, you look at your black mega churches.
Yeah.
When the next election come around, a lot of them will be replaced with new faces. There will be a new black bourgeoisie in 4 years because this black bourgeoisie helped them lose the White House.
Because they lost.
You see what I'm saying? You're only as good as you can get the black vote out. And because there's never any tangibles on the table for black folks, we have to use ancestral shaming.
And that's very true. Because this time for Harris, you had Megan Thee Stallion, who had nothing to do with the last election. You had Beyonce, that had nothing to do with the last election. You guys left LeBron alone this time. Didn't really hear too much from Steve Harvey, but you heard a lot. Steve Harvey pretty much was replaced by Ricky Smiley and D.L. Hughley. So, yeah. And I think right now you're starting to see who's going to be pushing for the next publicity. Like you got AOC is going to be next. Jasmine Crockett is going to be next. You're seeing a lot of people that are going to be pushing for the next Democrat coming down the road. Plies is starting to get his face out there again. I think he's going to be another spokesman. So Dr. Umar is actually making some very good facts here. He's making some very good statements that actually hold true when you really take a step back and look into it.
Is what I call it. I'm going to shame you with your ancestors and say you no good as a black man because you didn't vote. You're selling your people out. No, selling my people out is spending $66 million on Christmas gifts when we ain't got a damn hospital. Selling my people out is spending $30 billion on fake hair when we ain't got no schools for our children. Selling my people out is spending $4 billion on liquor and alcohol, and we got all these unemployed black males running around.
As you see, he's giving you the real reasons what selling out is. So my black men, my black conservative men, stay strong. All my other conservative friends, peers, things of that nature, stay strong. Understand what you're voting for. Understand why you're voting. And understanding that it's okay to be misunderstood. And I hope you guys got something from this reaction video. Dr. Umar, we're going to be dropping a lot of this. It was actually a very, very long podcast for these gentlemen. I think it was almost like 2 hours, almost 3 hours. So I'm going to be reacting here and there to each certain areas that kind of stood out to me. Hopefully they stand out to you. And your boy's out. Let go.
Life is complicated when you count this paper. Yeah, girl, I wanna see you, but I'll see you later. Yeah, there's too much going on, girl, just do me a favor. Yeah, girl, I know you love me, but